welcome to the egg event here. I have my Discord on again. Yeah. Hold on, give me a sec, guys. Okay. There we go. Alrighty, let's go ahead. Let's do it. Silent training. Hedonist Liberta. I can't take this anymore. Like, can we call it good here? No, stop acting so weak. Quiet your senses, fix your mind on one thing. I can't do this anymore. With a groan, Liberta lets her body slump limply onto the bench. I don't even know how many hours I've been meditating at this point. There we go. This is just torture, pure torture. He can't endure even this much. Completely exhausted, Liberta lies there and glances at Blade. Even though the meditation has already continued for 3 hours, Blade's posture shows not the slightest hint of wavering. In contrast, Liberta, despite cutting corners where she could, is utterly worn out. I thought meditation would be easy, but I had no idea staying still could be this hard. Even so, Blade doesn't budge. With her eyes still closed, she merely issues a low warning toward Liberta. I told you to get up, Liberta. But it's been 3 hours already. Can we take a break? During those 3 hours, you haven't focused for even 10 minutes. In the end, Liberta reluctantly sits back up. Blade, you're no fun, you know that? Blade was like, see, you're ignoring me again. Whatever, I'll just sag off like I did with Ventana. Smiling slyly, Liberta leans closer to Blade. She's trying to use her trying to be sneaky again. Hey, Blade. Focus on your meditation. Come on, does meditation really only work if it's completely silent? A little conversation should be fine. Doesn't this remind you of our school days, back when you were in the Kendo Club? Then what about the first day we came to this bathhouse? We were so young back then. Or the day you first met Ventana. The way you got pestered by her was so cute. Ahaha. Blade remains unresponsive, as if deaf to Liberta's voice. A noise flashes across Liberta's face as she looks at the unresponsive Blade. How long are you gonna keep this up, Blade? Liberta? Suddenly, Blade calls her name in a low, icy tone. Take this more seriously. All of this happened because of you. That irresponsible attitude of yours is unacceptable. Excuse me? Straining her posture, Liberta lets out an irritated sigh. Well, it's actually true. She's right. Because she ignored her boss's orders to not go to the thing, it's her fault. So, yeah. Well, for the record, I'm pretty upset about what happened too, you know. I only gave them to you because I thought there was something you liked. I thought they were just eggs, and if I remember correctly, you were pretty happy with my gift. Whoops, hold on. Blade opens her mouth to argue, but Liberta cuts her off, sounding thoroughly wrong. And yet everyone took your side and blamed me for everything. No one even bothered to listen to me. I have feelings too, you know. And everyone just talks about things only you guys know about. Like that person who's apparently so important to you. What do eggs have to do with that in the first place? Eggs are just eggs. Whoops. At that moment, Blade, who had kept her eyes closed in meditation the entire time, slowly lifts her eyelids. As soon as Liberta meets that crimson stare, the words catch in her throat. Okay, Blade's pissed right now, I think. Huh? I didn't expect her to react instantly. Was it because I mentioned eggs? So there really is something you aren't telling me, isn't there? Blade first kept her mouth shut the entire time, finally lets out a long sigh. I didn't want to talk about this. Before long, her gaze turns toward a distant mountain peak, half buried in the clouds. I guess I don't have a choice but to talk about that person. Okay, I guess we're gonna learn something about Blade. Blade rises from her seat and tosses an egg from the basket up into the air. At the same time, the scabbard hanging on her waist opens. The wooden sword springs free, carving a smooth arc to the air. As soon as the egg stops at eye level, she unleashes a rapid series of swings at it. With a soft thump, the egg lands on the flat of the blade, its shell crumbling away and revealing pure white flesh. Damn, she's that good with the sword. That's actually kind of nuts, to be honest. That's really good. The movement was clean, precise, and utterly flawless. Hehe, it's impressive no matter how many times I see you do that. Blade gently brushes her fingers over the egg and speaks. This isn't something I taught myself. It's a technique I learned from someone else. Oh, there's someone else like you? No, she's not like me. She's far above me, in a place I can't reach. You're one known legend of Bronze Secondary High School yourself. The prodigy who beat every upperclassman the moment you joined the Kendo Club, and the legendary swordswoman who dominated the national tournament that same year. Okay, if she actually did won a national tournament, that's actually pretty significant. Faced with Liberta's exaggerated shower of praise, Blade lets out a quiet sigh and slowly shakes her head. No, I'm no legend. Those milestones were already claimed by someone else, someone who already reached them far earlier than I did. Oh, I did hear about that, but I never really looked into it. So who is it? It's my older sister. Liberta looks up at Blade, her eyes wide open. Your older sister? Blade, you have a sister? Yes, and she was a far greater swordswoman than I am. She was my sister, my master, and my rival. As Blade's expression darkens, Liberta asks softly, what happened between you two? Blade slowly closes her eyes as memories of the past come rushing back. Looks like she's completely lost in her past. Liberta's eyes sparkle mischievously, having obtained the perfect chance to escape. Hehe, I got you now, Blade. Time for me to slip away. Without a sound, Liberta gets to her feet and quietly leaves the bench. Unaware of this, Blade continues the story. I still remember her words. With his eyes closed, Blade recalls the day that person left. That day, too, we were sparring together. Back then, all I cared about was defeating her. Sorry guys, a bit of noise outside. In her memories, Blade grips a sharpened wooden sword and charges straight at her opponent. Then their sparring follows in completely one-sided flow. One person does nothing but attack while the other calmly parries everything. All I wanted was to win, and all I felt for was hostility, so I trained harder than I ever had. But the result was, just as always, my defeat. At that moment, one of the wooden swords is knocked away and falls onto the floor. I screamed, frustration boiling over. Miss just answered softly, like she was sad. Why do you refuse to see my sister? It looks like Darien. Well, or maybe not, who knows. It's like you see me only as an enemy you have to defeat. Once the sound of wooden swords come to a stop, the training hall is filled with a suffocating silence. I want you to see me not as an enemy or a rival, but simply as your sister. Though the woman's voice is soft and warm, it carries an unmistakable sorrow. I think it's time for me to leave your side. When the day comes that you regain your pure passion for the sword, I will return to your side again. Lowering her posture, the woman picks up the wooden sword that fell to the floor, places it in her blade's hand. Okay, so I guess this is the reason why Blade has been, focusing so much on improving her swordsmanship, and it's because she wants her sister to come back. I think that's why. After a moment, Blade opens her eyes. Whoops. In her palm rests not a wooden sword, but a single egg. Eggs are her favorite. Ah, she was the one who told me about this hot spring. She was the one who taught me how to cook eggs in the spring water. She was the one who taught me how to peel an egg perfectly. And she was even the one who, when I was very young, taught me how to hold a sword with these hands. All of that still remains, and yet she alone is no longer here. Ah. Okay, so, well, yeah, so this explains why she cares so much about the eggs, and why she's trying to prove her swordsmanship, and I guess why she can't leave this onsen establishment. So that explains all that then. Interesting. Blade raises the egg in her hand up to her eye. Its pale white flesh glitters in the light. Now you understand what eggs mean to me, but Liberta's not gonna understand because she's not there anymore. She left. Like an asshole. But he finally turns to head toward where Liberta had been. But no one's there. Having fled long ago, only a cold, empty spot remains to greet Blade. Ah. Anger tightens Blade's features as he searches the area, yet Liberta's nowhere to be seen. I won't let her off easy if I catch her. Only Blade's tightly restrained, icy voice echoes through the empty corridor. Yeah, Blade's pissed again. Not surprised. The next day, the bathhouse is eerily quiet. On top of that, despite it being the time when training should clearly be underway, the training hall is completely empty. Liberta, the very person who's supposed to be undergoing training, is lying sprawled out and killing time in the guest room with barely anyone around. Both of them fell for it more easily than expected. I was only planning to slack off a little, but if it's this easy to get away completely, it just makes me want to keep ditching everything. This is why we should have just used the easier method. If we did, then I wouldn't have to go through all this trouble to slack off. I should leave the bathhouse on the day Granitor visits. That brat's probably just gonna yap at me all day anyway. Now then, let's see. The day Granitor said she was coming, was it 2 days from now, or 3? Well, here's the thing. What's the thing? Like, Liberta clearly fails to understand the gravity of the situation, right? Because obviously this is, the bird yokai is, how do I say? Yeah, the bird yokai is threatening the establishment that she's working in, right? Okay, so she doesn't understand that because of that, she could be out of a job. Okay, so like she fails to understand the gravity of the situation she's in, right? And she only cares about just being lazy. Sorry, guys. Here she is. She came early. As Liberta is trying to remember how many days are left until Granitor's visit, someone suddenly sticks their head into her field of view. If you're going to run, you better do it right now. It's Granitor. She came early, and Liberta's face. Eek! With eyes as cold as ice, Granitor stares down at Liberta, who's not drained of color. Behind her, the expressions of Antana's and Blade's faces are equally twisted with displeasure. Haha, why do you all look so scary? You? Not only are you refusing to take responsibility for what you did, but now you're just acting however you please, huh? Didn't you say you wouldn't go back on your word? Liberta backs away, retreating from Grandmother, who's angrily snapping at her. This is exactly why kids these days are hopeless. You should at least keep the promises you make yourself. Okay, stop nagging me. Oh, I'm sorry guys. Hold on guys, alarm's going off. Give me a sec. Alright, sorry about that guys. Back. Ventana, you stick up for me, right? I think there's another one here. Liberta dashes over to Ventana, ducks behind her. Ventana, you stick up for me, right? Her face is so funny. I mean, it's not like I did nothing, right? I even worked up a sweat. That can't really be called training. But Ventana suddenly shoves to Liberta's shoulder side. I was trying hard because I wanted you to do well, but you kept lying to me instead. From now on, I won't trust a single thing you say. Matana's unusually firm response leaves Liberta stunned. Man, she's sweating buckets, look at her. Soon Liberta's gaze turns to Blaze, silently asking for help, but Blaze only lets out a quiet sigh. Meanwhile, Granada stares at Liberta with eyes sharp enough to devour her. That's it, I'm going to personally watch you at all times. If we leave the bird yokai unattended any longer, we can end up having to shut the hot spring down entirely. Do you still not get it? How much damage has to happen because of you before you what? Because of you. Oh, okay, I see. How much damage has to happen because of you before you come to your senses? Hearing that, Liberta tightly furrows her brow. Everyone keeps pushing this like it's all my fault. On top of that, they keep forcing me to do something I already said I hate. And it's not like there's no other option. I got sleepy. At that moment, something Granada had said in passing passes through Liberta's mind. At least this way is the safest. There's actually a way to boost your power all at once, but you're not gonna like it. What? There is? Why didn't you tell me sooner? I told you already. You're not gonna like it. Just put your focus on training. Without realizing it, Liberta lets out a dissatisfied voice. Why do I have to go through all this suffering anyway? Are you seriously saying that? Didn't you say there was another method? If there is a way to solve everything in one fell swoop, why should I force myself through training even if I don't want to? Training I don't even want to do. The moment she brings up another method, Gunner's expression slowly stiffens. I told you, it's not a method you'll be happy with. How am I supposed to accept that when you won't even explain what this other method is? Mutana and Blade, who have been listening, also voiced their doubts. Come to think of it, we haven't heard either. What exactly is this other method? Do you know, Blade Senpai? No, but judging by how cautious he's been about it, I assumed it was dangerous. I don't care. Anything's better than going through this hellish training. That's what you say, Liberta, but just wait till you see what's up next. Alright guys, I need to straighten up my thermometer. There we go. Questions go unanswered as Granada stays silent until she finally opens her mouth, her face set in grim resolve. Liberta, are you sure you won't regret this? You can't change your mind halfway through this time. Liberta answers with an equally serious expression. I won't regret it, I swear. That's what she says, but we'll see what happens. You reap what you sow. Here we go. A short while later, Granada announces the preparations are complete and leads everyone up to the attic. An attic sits an unfamiliar object. Um, what's that supposed to be? Upon closer inspection, it turns out to be a quote-unquote jar. The jar is massive enough for a person to fit inside, and the surface is plastered with talismans, giving it a suspicious look. What else could it be? This is the other method I mentioned. That huge jar is? How are you even supposed to use it? Glenor taps the talisman stuck to the jar as she continues speaking. It's quite simple. The content of this jar has the ability to amplify the power of anything that comes into contact with it. Depending on your potential, it can easily double, triple your power. Hold on, what's exactly inside it? You're better off not knowing. Why did you jump into that jar while having no idea what's inside? As Elena alongside, Ganondorf steps close to Liberta. This is the only option we have left. You know that too. So why are you trying to back out now? We're the one who said you'd rather die than undergo training. Either accept the training and get in the jar. You have only one choice. But still, I'm getting an ominous feeling from that jar. I mean, Liberta, are you gonna do training or are you gonna get in the jar? There's not something weird inside, is there? I really hate gross and painful things. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Liberta, but you chose this. Liberta hesitantly opens her mouth, carefully watching Glander's reaction. Oh, okay, Liberta. Can I just, go back to training instead? I promise I'll take you seriously this time. Can't you pick a lane and stick to it? Ugh, you're so frustrating. Now at least explain what's inside the jar and the awful thing that's gonna happen to me first. Am I supposed to cooperate when you won't even tell me that? Liberta snaps back in an irritated tone. Sorry guys. Sorry guys, I'm getting sleepy. It's a bit early for me today. You don't want me to get scared and end up bolting, do you? After staying silent for a while, Gwanador finally speaks with an exhausted expression. Fine, forget it. I'm tired of trying to find a method that suits you. Stunned at her sudden declaration, everyone stares at Gwanador. Forget it, you just said there was no other way to solve this. Gwanador continues, lips straightened out in a pout. It's not like there's absolutely no other way. I can extract the Tri-Millennial Yoma from you and put them into someone stronger than you, like Blade of Ventana. What? You can't do that? Liberta, falling from Gunnar's provocation perfectly, shouts back with her face flushed bright red. Her face. The Tri-Millennial Yoma's mine, I won't let you take them. Ha, since when were they yours? Honestly, I almost pity the Tri-Millennial Yoma. Being crammed to a vessel no larger than a fingernail must be miserable. But still, the Tri-Millennial Yoma chose my body. I'm not going to hand them over willingly. Whatever. I can take them even without your cooperation. Guardianer lets out an obvious sigh and walks toward Liberta. Blade, having grasped Guardianer's intent, adds a remark of her own. I believe I'd be a better choice than Ventana. I've kept up my mental training, so I would never be swayed by pleasure like Liberta. Blade, not you too. In the end, Liberta has no choice but to move toward the jar. Fine, I'll do it. With her face burning red in anger, Liberta stands before the mouth of the jar. Do you think I can't handle it? I hesitate once, and you think that means you can take my Tri-Millennial Yoma? Not a chance. Just stand there and watch. Sticking out her tongue, Liberta slips her body into the open jar, and at that moment, Granada smiles slyly. Damn. Latana approaches Granada and whispers in a voice Liberta can't hear. If you could really extract the caramel energy, then why'd you leave her alone like that until now? Oh, that? Loretta dangles her legs inside a cold, clammy jar. Looking at it, granted her words an openly amused expression. I was lying. Oof. Granted tricked her so hard. Dude, no, I mean, not just tricked, man. Loretta got straight up bamboozled. Oof. She has no clue what she's just gotta get herself into. The almost soul has already been absorbed into Liberta. I can extract it even if I wanted to. Suspicious sound from the jar suddenly gives way to movement, and something grabs Liberta's ankle from inside. Eek! Wait! There really is something in here! Did you trick Liberta into getting into that dangerous jar? Hey, what do you take me for? I guarantee it's safe. It just feels a little unpleasant for the person experiencing it. Soon, whatever is gripping Liberta's ankle crawls up her skin and wraps itself around her body. Oh boy. Oh, whoops. Covered in moist slime, it gently strokes and kneads her body, as if trying to loosen her tension. Before long, Liberta's expression visibly crumples. Hold on, what do you think you're touching? It's because the things wrapped around her body has suddenly changed their movements. At the same time, dark red demonic energy begins to flicker across the jar's exterior. Liberta's face reddens rapidly. Colors spray all the way to her neck, where her body shudders at irregular intervals. I'm sure she's safe. It's just one of the steps in infusing power. Just wait, the ritual will be over soon. No. The dark red demonic energy quickly blankets the outside of the jar, begins pouring into Liberta's body before she can resist. Damn. Oh boy. Ah! The tension in Liberta's trembling fingertips begins to loosen, her strength steadily seeping out of them. Her head falls with a heavy thump, and from beneath it, an unfamiliar liquid begins to drip steadily. Oh boy. They succeed or fail, even granted there seems uncertain as she looks at Liberta. Only then do the three of them rush toward her jar. Beyond the three of their worried gazes, Liberta hangs limp, as if she's lost consciousness. But before anyone can speak, Liberta lifts her head. This is... The crimson eyes shimmer with a radiant light, and her faintly twisted expression is soaked in pleasure. Her cheeks, still flushed with heat, look more vibrant than ever. Much better than I thought. An ecstatic, refreshed laugh burst from Liberta. I feel so light, like I could fly, and I'm brimming with energy. She's okay, right? If you're asking about her mental state, I doubt it. Could you help me out of this jar now? I feel like all the strength has drained from my body. With the tree's help, Liberta is able to climb out of the jar. Ooh, boy. She then takes out her yukata, which is a mess from an unknown slime, and changes into the fresh clothes that were prepared in advance. Liberta then turns her head toward everyone and shouts enthusiastically. Okay, let's go. It's time to chase the yokai away. It worked, right? She certainly looks like she's overflowing with strength, but... I can feel an enormous flow of demonic energy coming from Liberta, something on a scale that can't even be compared to before. This might have actually been the right call, even though I don't want to admit it. But why are you so elated? Anyone would be recoiling from what they just went through. In contrast to Grander's sour look, Liberta is positively glowing with delight as she cups her reddened cheeks. Hee, it was absolutely horrifying when I first grabbed my ankle. But then the way it stroked and kneaded, like a massage with just the right amount of pressure. It was scorching hot, yet the way the sticky fluid touched me almost felt almost tender. And when the power started surging into me, the sensation was so intense that I unintentionally let out a scream. That kind of pleasure wasn't bad at all. In fact, I'd be happy to go through it again. I think I might even be addicted. Damn. Stop talking. It feels like you're dirtying my brain. Grinder though. This is why I don't want to get involved with you. Group of 4 heads towards the outdoor baths when the baby birds have made their nest. As expected, the baby birds had grown larger and are running through the wrecked hot spring grounds. Oh, whoops. When Liberta's group steps into the space, the yokai's behavior shifts immediately. As if mocking the humans who've yielded the place to the yokai, they begin to trample and destroy the hot springs even more violently. They're acting like they own the place. Sporting a confident smile, Liberta reaches her hands out toward them. Unfortunately for you, I'm not fully merciful anymore. Go on, cry for your mom again. Let's hear it. Soon the demonic energy engulfs the yokai. The yokai have lost command of their own bodies, coming to a sudden stop, though a few among them don't stop immediately. Chirp! Chirp! Like a few baby birds, I suck at doing sound effects. Thanks to a few baby birds that start crying out first, the hot spring is thrown into chaos. So it begins. It'll show itself soon. There, I can feel it. Brace yourselves or you get swept away. Soon hear the sound of beating wings coming from above. When they look up, a bird with golden feathers is hurling straight toward them. Liberta raises her firm hand, signaling the others to stay behind her. I'm more than strong enough on my own. Stand back and let me handle it. What? Even if you've gotten stronger, that's still reckless. How do you expect to take that on by yourself? Whoa! Before long, a violent gust sweeps across the hot spring as the mother bird lands directly in front of them, beating and swings with fierce force. Squee! Anything that manages to stand is quickly toppled or blown aside, leaving everyone fighting to remain upright. Yet the group of 4 alone face the gale head-on and hold their ground. Still just as powerful as before. Liberta alone might not be enough. Yeah, we should support it as well. In that moment, Liberta's crimson eyes gleam through the raging wind. Everyone keeps underestimating me. I am Liberta, the vessel of the Tri-Millennial Yoma. A yokai like this is child's play to me. Standing in the middle of a storm of gusts that would have knocked any other human off their feet, Liberta calmly raises her 2 hands. I've been under quite a bit of stress because of you for days now, and honestly I'm starting to get tired of it. I have to ask you to leave now. Scarlet demonic energy ripples about her. Soon a circular flow of air forms around Liberta, and the mother bird's attacks are helplessly deflected away. The current of air grows larger and more intense, pulling in even the sloshing hot spring water and scattered furnishings on the ground. Hey, wait! Everything's getting blown away! Control your output, you idiot! Scree! As Liberta unleashes power surpasses even what the yokai anticipated, the mother bird visibly falters in confusion. As she watches the mother bird in one last desperate struggle, Liberta presses her palms together. How pathetic. In that instant, the gathered power erupts outward like a blade. Struck head-on by the surge of demonic energy, the mother bird's eyes are instantly stained a dark red. Both the yokai's rising movements and raging wind filling the hot spring quickly come to a halt. Liberta has completely seized control of the mother bird's body. Do yourself a favor and never step into my territory again. Squee! As if responding to her command, the mother bird lets out a long cry and takes flight, beating its massive wings. The baby birds follow her in unison. Then everything that was being held aloft by Liberta's unleashed power, from scattered objects to hot spring water, comes crashing down like rain. Grenadier, Ventana, and even Blade have been carried up into the air, but sent falling back down as well. Ouch! Ow! Ow! At least be gentle when you drop us. That was easier than I expected. Liberta watches the birds flying off into the distance and wipes the wetness from her cheek with her sleeve. They won't be coming back anytime soon. And even if they do, they'll have to bow their heads before me. Liberta basks in her overwhelming victory. Oh, so it ends well? She turns toward the others with a proud smile. But the reactions from the onlookers aren't what she was expecting. Only then is Liberta sense something is off, her eyes widen and she looks around. The outdoor hot spring is, quite literally, devastated. Hot spring water is splashed everywhere, leaving the baths empty and the ground soaked and muddy. The hot spring equipment, as well as the plants and gardens used in the surrounding landscaping, are also in such disarray that they're beyond saving. The expressions of the people standing amid the scene and the other chaos are far from cheerful. What in the world? Oh, heavenly gods. The onsen owner, who rushed out at full speed after hearing the sound of the baths collapsing, is just as shocked. She sinks to her knees, her face drained of color. Oh my god. Poor Vina is just distraught. Onsen, yeah. So Blade's like, Blade looks toward the egg boiling spring with a heavy expression, staring at the spoiled and unsightly cracked egg. She lets out a pained sigh. The spring won't be usable for a while. Meanwhile, Organa there is crunching up her face and pinching her nose shut. Your demonic energy smells awful. You really need to learn how to control your power. You didn't have to scatter your demonic energy everywhere like this. Shouldn't everyone be praising me? I dealt with the huge mother bird yokai, didn't I? At the moment, Ventana grabs Liberta's shoulder as if she's protesting indignantly. A faint, excited flush colors her face and her eyes as her eyes remain fixed on Liberta. Liberta, that was amazing. I see you in a whole new light. You didn't hesitate at all. You stood up to the massive yokai, overwhelmed there was raw power. Hehe, I know, right? Ventana, you really know how to judge people. Still, you know, wouldn't you be perfect with just a bit more training? Huh? Not that again. Absolutely not. So lazy as fuck. Lazy as hell, man. In the first place, I was never trying to get stronger. I just wanted this headache dealt with so I could finally take it easy again. And you all. Liberta points accusingly at the people voicing their complaints, their face dyed with irritation. Don't dismiss someone's effort. I solved the problem, didn't I? That's what matters. Well, not really, because you completely wrecked the hot springs. Stop standing around with those sour looks. Seriously, is this a thanks I get for all that hard work? If I ever put in effort again. I'll see if I ever put in effort again. However, just as Liberta turns her back in a huff, a pitiful voice stops her. Liberta, where do you think you're going? You need to clean up your mess. I really want to drop everything and run away right now. A short while later, the once empty hot springs again begin to grow noisy and rowdy. Liberta's voice, thick with irritation, rings out the loudest. Why am I the one being made to suffer like this? I'm the hero who saved this hot spring, so why am I being made to clean it too? Seriously, can you keep it down? Do you think you're the only one who's annoyed? Can we just make the yokai do it? That would make things way easier. Thanks to you spewing demonic energy everywhere, the hot spring is now a disaster zone, and a yokai that enters this place will be corrupted. Seriously, do you not use your brain at all? Are you trying to start another yokai catastrophe like the Great Full Moon fiasco? You idiot. You're so noisy. Liberta, Granada, Ventana, and Blade are gathered closely together outside, cleaning the filthy hot spring. Hey, this looks cool. Look at Granada. Granada is just yapping. Yeah. Then Liberta's just pissed. Blade's just like, oh, and then Ventana is just Ventana. They were tasked with scrubbing and wiping down the the baths tainted by demonic energy, repairing huntsman equipment and landscaping. Are you two just going to keep fighting? Glenner there, don't be so hard on Liberta. It's true that she went through the most. Montana, you're the only one on my side. And once you get more training, your control will improve too. I'm really looking forward to seeing how you grow, Liberta. Hold on, I never agreed to more training. Oh, whoops. At that moment, Blade starts poking Liberta in the back with the tip of her wooden sword. Hey, quit slacking. Keep your hands moving. Blade, you're not the one to talk. You've done nothing but polish eggs for hours now. When Liberta points at the basket of eggs, Blade immediately pulls it tightly into her arms. I can't help it. Whenever I look at eggs, Yeah, I know your excuse already. You're about to say they remind you of that person, right? I simply carry out what must be done. Wait, Liberta, did Blade Senpai tell you about her past too? Of course. It's something you can never forget, and never should. Blade, you really brainwashed Montana pretty thoroughly. Soon after, Blade goes right back to scolding Liberta for slacking off again. Liberta, your hands aren't moving. Why are you on my case like this? I'm trying my best here, you know. Honestly, do we even need help her clean up this mess? If we keep helping her with everything, Liberta will never learn her lesson. I guess that's true. Then maybe we should stop here. Come on, don't be stingy. Help me. Give me some credit. I saved the day, didn't I? And here I am, reduced to handling this pathetic cleanup job. But he cuts off Liberta's whining with a cold voice. Credit? You have nothing of the sort. That's right. You were the one who caused this mess. You couldn't handle it by yourself. Stop blaming everything on me. You're all so mean. Why won't anyone take my side? Liberta's tearful cry echoes across the snowy mountains. Pure white snow and vibrant piles of yellow and red feathers coat the grounds of this unique bathhouse shared by humans and yokai. Though for someone it may have been a dreadful day with no reward, the bathhouse regains its peace with the conclusion of the bird yokai hatching incident. That said, this peace too is only temporary. As for what kind of commotion will arise next, no one can possibly know. Alright, we finished the story, let's go. Let's go to the event shop, shall we? Actually, I'd rather buy a bunch of these, to be honest. Alright, there we go. I'll buy the other stuff later. Alright, story's done. Actually, I haven't been able to see, well, first of all, I want to see, I know, I put her here. I know, I put Liberta in here, there we go. Yeah, so I put her as the Wobbebear. There we go, I want to see that. Okay, yes, also, actually, I do want to, I haven't done a challenge battle yet. I haven't. Oh, I don't have any tickets. Yeah, alright, hold on. Alright, challenge battle. Alright, let's try a challenge battle, shall we? Okay, let's go ahead and check this out, shall we? Alright, let's put this over here, Blade over here. Oh, well, Blade's not gonna do that much damage. You're gonna have to replace her with her. Alright. Can I have her use her thing? No, I can't. Alright, that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and check out Liberta, the free gacha skin we got here. So let's just go ahead and check out the ability.
야? 나 정화의 무녀가 힘을 발하노니 신수야.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't show anything. Ouch. Oof. Okay, it does look a bit different. I don't know. You know what? I think I might have showed already. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna have to turn on the
これが私の正義です。
The sound effects actually a bit loud. Hold on. I wanna see how the ability looks like. I'm gonna have to turn on the look at the settings here. Okay, graphics. Controls, graphics. So cutscene, alright, gonna have to always play for now. Let's lower the volume a bit. Okay, I think I should be fine. Okay. Yeah, I wanna show the how the ability looks like. So, challenge battle. I think challenge battle is actually not that easy. well, I mean, one of my girls ended up dying. So, but I mean, it's fine. All right. Let's do the next challenge battle. Okay, Okay, I think. No, I mean, well, I'm trying to see if there is a I think that should be fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if there's a skill. Okay, there is a skill animation. There it is. There's a skill animation. Oh boy. There it is. Finally, we got it. There we go. Okay, so as I thought, there is a skill animation. There it is. Yeah, this is here. Here, just Jesus Christ. Dude, I really like that tier body skill animation. It's so good. It's fucking peak, dude. It's so good. Darn it, come on, man. What in the... yeah, she should be able to do it here, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go. Alright, cool. Alright, let's do one more. Well, it's gonna always play anyway, so. Alright, let's get another look at Liberta's ability here. Well, I should be using her other ability actually. I should be using her other costume. It's better for this, but I don't care. I just want to see the animation. Yeah, I mean the support who's doing the heavy lifting is Granitor in this case. Because really, I should be using the other costume for Liberta, but I just want to see the animation. And then we got Tyr again. Dude, I really love that bunny animation. It's so good. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no! Fuck. Uh oh. Yikes! That's not good. Hold on. We can get rid of this, and then we can do that. Actually, with granted, that would help a lot though. Yeah, let's just do this then. Hopefully, this will allow Yumi to just take him out. Let's go. Alright,
より
cool.
高みを目指して正直
Alright, guys. So you guys gotta look at the skill animation as well. Well, yeah, I got Liberta's +5, so like she's like really good. No, yeah, but the thing is, the Dark Liberta. Well, here's the thing, right? So when it comes to Liberta, right? So this one is good with either this costume is good with okay, either if you like using
당신도 어른 거제를 좋아하시나요?
wait, who is it? I think you could use Blade with this costume. Hold on. Wilhelmina. Well, it could work with Wilhelmina, or actually, well, yeah. So that costume for Liberta, it would work well with the Iron Monarch Wilhelmina, her base costume. Yeah, so it will work well with this, but for this one,
왜 수녀복을 벗지
um,
않냐고요?
the crit rate helps all allies, but the attack buff in particular, also restores HP as well. So in particular, that helps with. Yeah, which is why I use Tyr and I use Levencia, because Prey of Duality works really well with both Tyr and especially Levencia, right? But yeah, this is the main reason why I use her. This would work well. Yeah, it works with people who deal a lot of chain damage, right? Particularly with bosses. I think this one in particular is good against bosses, especially if you use like Wilhelmina, or if you use someone else who deals a lot of, or if you use a combination of a team that deals a lot of hits, then yeah, then in particular this Liberta is good.
예전의 몸으로는
Yeah, but anyways,
돌아갔어.
alright. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Peace.